why not get dressed up to talk about the galactics? Good Lord, what else is there to get dressed up for? What's up, you guys? My name is Katie Burke. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Let's drop in and really talk about what it means to be a starseed. Are you a starseed? What is this word that we're like kind of throwing around? It's relatively a new word, like in our human vocabulary. This is one that I think we're all still kind of, we have different definitions about it. So before I go into, do I think you're a starseed or not? The answer is probably. What does that actually mean and why is it relevant? There's a lot of different perspectives that you'll be able to find on this topic, of course, if you start searching around and looking for it. But so I am only speaking from my personal experience when I feel into this word. I was a little bit tempted before this video to actually start doing a little bit of researching and watching different videos and like digging into doing a little bit of that kind of research. But then I decided, no, that's not at all what I want to bring to the table here. After being in Sedona for a little bit over a year and having a lot of personal experience with the galactics, that I just want to share from my heart what this definition means to me, why I think it's a word to be using at all. So this is coming directly just from like my channel, from my experience. I didn't, take a bunch of notes watching other people's perspective on this. So if you're super excited about this, like Google away. A starseed is a human being, right? Hello, a human experience. That's so important that that's coming first. Embodying the experience, of course, with the assistance of your human being higher self, that human being higher self consciousness, along with, in addition to, aspects of who you already are in the galactic realms. And there's a lot of them, okay? So this term starseed, it's pretty broad. We could think of it as a pretty broad term because in my opinion, most people, a lot more people I think than we think, have a lot of support and a lot of access to galactic family. And like, why are we so drawn to this word starseed and kind of disclosure in general? And to me, it's because I believe subconsciously as a collective, we're really reaching out and craving for family, for that feeling of home, to understand more of ourselves. Now, does it mean that the Pleiadians are more of my family than Earth? Not for me personally, no. I think that the Earth is very much my home right now, and I want to feel that I have ownership of this planet and I'm here representing this planet. But do I have a lot of assistance, and do you have a lot of assistance from these other galactic realms who are helping you with your Earth mission? Absolutely. I believe that our higher self has the ability to in our consciousness has the ability to really expand into other versions of who we are at different dimensions, on different planets, in a lot of different places. So you probably have multiple different aspects of galactic family, galactic support that is working through your consciousness, trying to assist you to come into alignment and into confidence with your Earth mission. I do believe a lot of people here right now are receiving a lot of support from the galactics. That is a little bit different. That's a little bit different than, are you a starseed? Is this galactic imprint actually in your DNA? Is it part of who you are? Is this in your soul? Is it in your energy? I mean, where do we even start with this? When you came into your mother's womb, right? When that process, when that miracle happened, how did that happen, right? Our spirit, I believe, moves through the vehicle of the electron, okay? So your consciousness, your spirit decided before coming into this lifetime, especially if you're like in your 30s and younger, I believe in like 1987, 88, I think there was just a huge wave, a huge influx of the starseed. When that miracle happened of your consciousness coming through your electron to be here, it brought with it a lot of that it bridged a lot of that galactic personality and expression and wisdom. Galactics are very, the ones that I have hugely loving, but really wise, really wise on a cosmic scale. That is our birthright to remember. It's our birthright to actually remember that we have brothers and sisters who are across the universe who are really benevolent. Now, there's also like the other, there's also beings who aren't, but where we're going in the ascension process and where we are moving, as you guys know, into this new part of the galaxy, like that, those lower vibrational beings, they just can't exist there. So it's a really exciting time to become more aware of who you are on a galactic scale, stretching your belief systems into those galactic realms, because there's just so much information and so much wisdom that is really applicable to your journey. Now, I really recommend that this is something that you just kind of sit with and really explore and really feel into if it's true for you. And your truth will be a little bit different than mine, because you're working with a different support system. You're working with, different DNA. You've got a lot to show us. What I always find so interesting is the complete lack of judgment when I work with any of the galactic beings. It's like they really don't have like super strict preferences for you. It's not like they're trying to like control what it is that you're here doing. It's just like a flood of support. Now, that's important to say. That's important for me, because I've noticed with some of my clients that sometimes when we get into a call, there's like this pressure, this false pressure that the human ego has placed upon this person, that they're receiving messages from their star family and they feel all this pressure and they feel all this urgency. And is there urgency? Yes, we all need to be like let's come on, let's do this thing. But not so much pressure that you're not doing anything, that you're actually being crushed by the expectations that you're putting on yourself. You need to be able to flow through this life, be really grounded, be able to move forward with the plans that you're putting in place and all of that. If you're having the experience of where you're feeling like over downloaded or like completely leveled from the energy, okay, let's maybe just shake that off a little bit, because that's not really, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I don't believe that is what my highest councils in that galactic realm, they want me fully energized, waking up every day, being as human as possible, so that I can really do all the things that we have to do as human. Are you a starseed? Yeah, probably. You probably are. If you're seeking out this information, if you're connecting with people who, are living in Sedona and talking about these things, then yes, absolutely, you probably are. What I just really want to encourage you to do, though, is to have your own unique experience in this. There's a lot of different perspectives and resources and information that we can get into to really assist us in really knowing more of who we are. But I really believe, from my personal experience, the most pure information that you are going to get that will be the most helpful to you individually is if you just become quiet within yourself and start to get really inquisitive about the history of your soul, about the complexity of your consciousness, about the vastness of who you are. It's really just so important to bring that element into this. I'm not saying not to look into what other people are saying about this. I'm just saying make sure it's really balanced with what do you think about the term starseed? What does that mean to you? I just feel like that's such a critical part of actually being a starseed, is developing that personal definition to that word and to your humanness, who also is so expanded and connected to other galactic realms, that like bring that through. The point is to be as human as we can and to connect with each other in such a human way. And you know, this galactic support, it's this invisible hand for a reason. It's an invisible hand just kind of behind your back, like really just kind of like helping you navigate your next steps forward. And to me, it's a very personal communion, and it really does feel like family. So if you are connecting to this idea and you start to not feel good and it just doesn't feel great, then that's not it, you guys. That's not them. It's just not. These star beings, these beings of light are nothing but a full baptism into a joyful remembering and homecoming. And if you're feeling anything other than that, then step away from that and do some, just like clear your energy and do a good reset. And there is a resource that I want to point you guys to that I just came out with as a class. The reviews on it and the emails I was getting from it were so powerful. I decided to make it a free offering on my website. I think this is really just an important thing for us to be doing. It's a social media cord cutting ceremony. I think this is really important for starseeds, for light workers, for all of you who have a lot of angelic presence and all of the above, right? You can be all of these things. And as such sensitive humans, what I believe is really helpful, especially as we're connecting on these, like on this online realm, is to be able to get really clear in our own energy about some of these terms and frankly our own identity and how we want to show up in that. So I've created a social media cord cutting ceremony. You can download it for free on my website. The link is below. There's a little bit of just like a channeling at the beginning from just some notes that I was taking from Ascended Masters, and then they lead me through an astral traveled ceremony where you can really clear a lot of that digital debris and sort of just, you know, just this like that Wi-Fi smog, you know, like a lot of that digital stuff that can just kind of get trapped in our field. Guys, I'm sending you a ton of support as you are going deeper in refining, you know, your life purpose and really manifesting such a dream life for yourself as a multi-dimensional being in a human body. What an experience, and like what a ride to be on together. It's so awesome to connect with you. Please subscribe and ring the bell for this channel. So please make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next video.